Yes, yeah, a little friendly on that. So if you want to switch seats, you can.
Yay.
You're in the hot seat now, buddy. And Brian, we're still going? All right, so we probably should get some stuff from Pedro, right?
Sure.
Some sound bites. Do you can so now like what you can do is you can say like who you are, and then you can give like a little, founder of Road Finch, tell them a little bit about what it is and where they can find you, like roadfinch.com or
Oh, I got it.
So yeah, however you want to do it. I don't write anything down for you. Yeah, my name is.
Okay, hold on.
Loudly.
Loudly. Okay. Hold on. Let me.
Clearly. Okay, think about it.
Hello, my name is Pedro, and I'm with Road Finch.
The stylish house frame furniture and the cigar hair cushions with mats and shack by cover.
Just in case you forgot where we are, we're at the Metro Team Co-op on the Hey Let's Co-op podcast.
We argue in the morning, arguing in the night. We both know we wrong, why can't we both just be right? You hate to see me mad, I hate to see you scream, but we both doing nothing to change a damn thing. Let's put our aim down, no need to gunsling. There's a reason why there's us, and a reason why there's we. Let's put the past behind us and let our future free. The fighting can make us stronger if we can let it be. Broken promises shattered like we glass sitting at our feet. Is success what we want, or we dying for defeat? Make the choice quick before it's stitched.
Golly, what are you selling at Road Finch?
It's the giggle juice.
It's the giggle juice? Is that what that is? That Starbucks?
Yeah.
It's pizza.
It's pizza.
Oh, it's the pizza. Okay.
Yeah. It finally just like hit me. It's like, I feel
Yeah.
blissful. So.
Pedro.
So my name is Pedro, and I'm the owner and founder of Road Finch. We are the bicycle people that run around downtown, hopefully not running over people, but that's probably bad.
Yeah, take two. Start again.
So my name is Pedro, and I am the founder of Road Finch, a bicycle outdoor advertising agency based right here in Stockton. If you guys are ever looking to send a message in an unforgettable way, check us out.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Hello, my name is Pedro with Road Finch, and you are listening to Hey, Let's Co-op podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
In the Metro building.
In the Metro building.
There you go. All right.
I think I said Metro when I meant to say Medco, and
Oh,
I think,
okay.
Chris actually ran with Metro building.
Yeah, and he's probably like, wait,
Medco.
we're on the Metro.
Yeah,
building,
and he
right?
was saying tons of people moving. It's like, no, it's the Medco. So, but he did correct it later on.
Yeah, I corrected it. So, yeah, I mean, we can keep chatting if you want, or I don't know how much time you have.
Guys.
I don't know how much time you have.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good.
All right.
I'm good. This is a good speaker.
Yeah,
You
he
keep
actually he
following.
was super knowledgeable on like everything. In
Well, because Chris is on like 4 committees in the city of Stockton, so he's got a lot of knowledge about like what's going on with downtown, the courthouses.
even a lot of that on the.
Oh, you didn't get to
Sacramento.
say your celebrity run-in.
With Burton.
Yeah.
That was.
Or I can edit that in.
Yeah, you can just edit that in. Really, that was at a Modesto show at like some small club, which is weird because normally when I go to concerts, it's like at a bigger venue.
For those that don't know, Burton.
Yeah, Burton's from the lead singer from Fear Factory.
Yeah.
So
Metal bands.
so they were having a small show at this club in Modesto. I guess a lot of artists and musicians come through. I can't remember actually.
Fat Cats.
Yeah, it Fat? Yeah, it's Fat Cats. So that was my first time there. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. And so, of course, the band broke up, which sucks because, you had Christian, Dino, Burton, and Raymond. Mm-hmm. And so they split up. So Raymond was the drummer. He was out. Christian was a bass player. He's out. So it was just Burton and Dino. And then they had to get fill-ins. I think Jane Hoagland might have been on drums for that one. No, maybe not. Maybe he was gone at that point. Anyways, they put on a great show. I don't remember the first band that was out there. So then, as I was waiting for people and was leaving, I happened to catch Bert like coming out, and he was smoking a butt and just said, "Hey, man," I was like, "It was a awesome show. I've been listening to your music since I was listening to their music like since early college, like early 2000." It's like, yeah, I mean, the shit's been awesome, and so he's like, "Yeah, cool," and shook his hand, and then my other friends came out and they took pictures. I didn't take a picture with him, but they took pictures with him and stuff because he was in a hurry, but to get back in. But yeah, that was it. Real nice and easy. Nothing quick. But yeah, I mean, you haven't run into any celebrities, Pedro?
The only celebrity I could say that I ran into is Robin Williams.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
though this was back when I lived in San Francisco, and I forgot that he actually lived in San Francisco as well. And he was outside of the Matreon movie theater. He was talking to somebody else, and it was sort of strange, like when you see a big actor, like an idol that you're really looking at, and you don't even think like, oh, well, maybe I should leave him alone because he probably gets approached by a lot of people and maybe he wants his own personal time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he was there talking to us. Like, he is really short and really hairy.
Really hairy.
Yeah, no. His arms, like, are this big, like, literally.
Like Popeye.
Yeah, like
I
Popeye.
imagine Popeye.
Yeah, but just super hairy, just like, and he was all scruffy. He might have been, like, extra scruffy. Like,
Yeah.
you'd almost mistake him for a homeless person. And it's sort of funny, like, I was as far away, like, close to you as that, and, like, I wanted to, and it's something that I regret to this day, and now at least I know never.
Did he see you?
Yeah, he, like, looked at me and just sort of, like, nodded and all that stuff, but I wanted to, like, say, oh, Mr. Williams, like, I love everything that you do. It's like,
Oh, Captain, my Captain, and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it was something that I regret. Even to this day, it's like any opportunity I see to shake.
That would have been awesome just to chat with him, because I mean, who would have thought? Yeah, who would have thought like how long later that he's gone, man? That sucks.
Yeah. So.
See, there was like Good Will Hunting was really good.
He looked like he had been doing.
Yeah,
Good
Mork.
Will
When
Hunting,
I was
so.
a kid, I
Mork and Mindy?
watched Mork and Mindy.
Yeah.
That was so awesome.
Yeah, that was.
What was there were so many of them that he did that were so great. I love the one with Matt Damon.
Yeah, Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, Good Will. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. No, there was another one that he did. The one where. It was with the entire like gay community and everything. That one was called. What was that one? It's the Life. No, it was Life, Brian. It was.
Monty Python.
No, it was Monty Python.
Yeah, that's Life of Brian's Monty Python.
Yeah,
Nope.
No, well, I know. No, it was another one where it was.
You need to phone a friend.
Yes, I need to phone a friend.
You need Google. Need to Google that.
Then I could probably look through his entire entourage of all the movies that have ever come out.
Yeah.
But I can't remember. That was probably one of my favorite ones from him, and it was something that he was a reporter, but his mom was working a lot with the gay community and trying to like help them out.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something that his life he was trying to separate from that, like because his mom was overshadowing everything that he was doing.
Oh.
You know the movie I'm talking
No.
about?
Sorry, I mean I remember like 1 Hour Photo.
About the one where his kid killed himself or something, and he had all these great poems. And he was taking credit for it.
Oh, I don't think so.
Well, there's one similar to that. It was the one about heaven.
Yeah, I know. I don't know the name, but I know the movie.
Yeah,
I don't know the
it's,
name of it.
But he wasn't great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was great.
yeah,
He was great.
yeah.
He was so great that I couldn't approach him. That's how big he was.
Starstruck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Starstruck.
Well, yeah.
And
I
it
mean,
was-
and I always remember. I was just talking about this with someone not too long ago because they were asking me about Nicolas Cage in this old war movie, and he wants to stay with this girl, but she doesn't want to. And they couldn't think of the actress's name, but the husband was there at the Oscars on Sunday, but she wasn't there. And I was like, I randomly said Penelope Cruz, and it was Penelope Cruz. But that it goes back to when they were Nintendo was marketing the 3DS.
Hmm.
They had Robin Williams because he named his daughter Zelda after Legend of Zelda. Yeah, so it was him and his daughter playing the DSs, and they did a commercial. But Penelope Cruz has a sister that looks just like her, and they were both playing the 3DS too. They were marketing. Nintendo had hired them to market like celebrities to promote the new handheld.
Yeah.
So that was like, oh man, it's Robin Williams and his daughter. His daughter's name's Zelda, and I was like, I didn't know that. Like, it's all excited and
That's
stuff.
awesome.
And but yeah, he was just sitting there playing like DS. This is great, and, you know, because he used to play. I guess he used to play Nintendo back in the day, and that's, you know,
Yeah.
just was inspired to call his daughter. I mean, which makes sense. Zelda's a princess, so.
It's sort of funny just thinking about Zelda. I think there was something on mobile I saw that I can get the old Ocarina of Time on your actual cell phone now.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, was that like they have a lot of emulators?
Well,
for,
yeah,
for
it's
that.
probably an emulator, but to be able to play that entire game, like the
Again.
N64 version
Yeah.
on your phone, yeah.
No, those are classics.
If I don't pick up the phone, it's probably because I'm right in the middle of fighting
Yeah.
Ganon, so it's like, just leave me alone.
Yeah. Well, on the last episode, Chris and I kind of talked briefly about old arcades that were in Stockton that you won't get that experience anymore here in the States.
Oh, the ones that, not the mall ones, right?
Well, yeah, the mall. We talked about the mall ones, but then there was Golfland. There was
there's a
Naughty
Golfland
Nick's.
out here.
Yeah, there was a Golfland out here, actually, where the Costco was out there on West Lane.
It's sort of funny because I used to go to a Golfland in Castro Valley, and it's still there to this day.
Really?
Yeah, there's the whole arcade and everything. Go in there. I'd actually sometimes cut class to go with friends from Hayward High all the way into Castro Valley
Wow.
just to play.
Just yeah.
Isn't there a new one in Sacramento, like an arcade there?
Coin op.
Oh,
Why
cool.
not?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We well, you guys went one year and I didn't go. And,
Yeah,
and
but,
the next year I went. Last
I never
year.
played any of the actual arcade games. I think we just went outside and we were doing the Jenga blocks. So.
Yeah. I went in there last year, and a couple friends of mine went, and yeah, it's a cool little place.
I saw the pictures.
Yeah, there's an awesome. We were trying to get on and play it for the longest time, but it's a 4-player battle royal Pac-Man game, and it's like the newer version of Pac-Man. So it's like 4 players, but you're all out to kill each other, and the ghosts are trying to kill you too. So it's like a survival mode. So it's like, you know,
They
survival of the
the
fittest.
power up, then they get
Yeah,
bigger.
then you get huge, and then you can devour like the other players, and so it's it's kind of cool because it was like 50 cents, but you get to play like 5 rounds, the best of 5, I think.
So you used to go a lot when you were younger, like.
Yeah, I mean, but that was like and he even wrote sort of that experience when I went to Game Fest last year, which is the same group that does Stockton Con decided to do Game Fest because those are also popular too in California. And just taking like all that old vintage, you know, game stuff like arcade cabinets, like the Nintendo, like handhelds, Atari, and like making it available for people the younger generation to experience like what we experienced, but even further back to like, you know, like board games like and Jenga and the you know, old
Monopoly.
card games and stuff like that. So all of that was available to play, but yeah, it really just kind of harkened back to my, you know, when I was growing up, that's what we had. Like, you know, we didn't have a whole lot growing up, but it's like when you could scrounge some quarters together and go to the arcade.
It was fun just to go with your friends and watch them play, because that's how it was for me. I never have enough money to play, but I'd still watch them play Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat.
And just like all the little rules that kind of go along with that, like, you know, pocket full of quarters, waiting in line, and then like putting your quarter up on the cabinet thing and calling next, you know, and you know, and then you're just like talking with everyone about, you know, the game itself, because it's something that you only can experience that within a certain time frame before you have to go. So it's like you're trying to, like a sponge, get all this information about like a fighting game or something, or learning the combos or the move sets, and like you'd see people like with like little notes like writing things down, or there's just like other people like studying, and then there was always the people that were working in like business suits, and they'd come in and they'd take off their jackets and they'd go over and play NBA Jam or something like that, and like, you know, they're like getting food, they're playing, and like that whole experience, like to me is completely gone in the United States. Like Japan, it's still big.
You know, actually thinking about it, there's really even a lot of movie theaters are closing down their arcades and putting in bars. So I could see. I mean, it really sucks to that. But
well, that's why I like Coin Op in Sacramento, because it's able to combine both of those. You can still go to a bar. The bar's in the middle of the room, and then all around the room is the arcade cabinets.
Well, I mean, the way that I was saying it sucks that it's fading away, because now younger generations are not going to know what we went through, like that camaraderie of like going in and playing games and watching other people.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going to feel that experience
they're
anymore.
going away now, and if anything, most people are either at home playing
Yeah.
MMOs or something.
Well, because everything is online now, and that's cool. You know, we talked just a little bit about like the LAN party kind of element or the couch co-op thing, which is
I would have loved to have been for that one because like I remember.
Well, we didn't know. We just briefly touched on it in this one. We actually didn't talk about it in depth. That's actually something I want to talk. Well, we could just talk about more in depth now if we want to. Is the I used to do. I've never done a LAN party because I didn't have a PC, but I've done the couch co-op thing where you just go to a friend's house, spend the night, and that's like bunch of people are we're playing whatever it is.
What system was it? What were you able to connect like two Nintendo 64s together? Or was it the Dreamcast or the Sega Saturn?
We did it with the Xbox, the very first Xbox. We did that. We have multiple TVs, and then we do Halo, like on multiple
and
TVs.
Them all together. So I remember doing that once. But even before that, I remember it was take your big old tower, your monitor, which it was the boot tubes, not the big flat screens or anything, and then have your parents drop you off somewhere, and then there's just cables all over the place, and literally just sitting. I remember at a friend's house, there were 6 of us. We're all like connected, and we're running the Cat 5 cords, like connecting into the computer, and we're playing like StarCraft or something like that. It was just, oh god.
Diablo. Did you ever play Diablo at a LAN party?
Never Diablo. It was always like StarCraft. Or something, or like,
I remember in high school they used to have like the computer room, and we used to play Descent. Descent was like this space game, and it was like putting yourself in like first person like just got me sick, and like I had to change like the controls because like it was like a pilot controls, and then I would always put the camera behind the ship, and it was easier for me to play the game that way. It
almost looked like a Star Fox in a way.
Yeah. And they always had like a bunch of older, and that was back on DOS, so like you had to like. There's Commander Keen, and you had to like load the thing on DOS, and then there's just like old computer games, and that was my first experience with it. And I think Wolfenstein was really popular. I don't think Doom was around yet.
Doom, I think came out like another year later.
Yeah,
and then
in the 90s.
Yeah, it was like Doom 3 or something.
Yeah,
that was the one.
Or 2.
Quake.
Yeah, Quake was big too.
Quake was
at that
the big
time.
one, I remember.
Yeah, that's but that. They're never going to experience that anymore because, like in one of the episodes I talked with Chris is, we were talking about his daughter and exposure to tablets or smartphones, which they're not going to do. But, I mean, that's parenting now is, here's a tablet or here's a handheld game or something like that.
It's funny because there was actually this one family that I read about in the back, Yahoo News or something, how they're actually raising their kids without like any technology, and they're actually using like VHS tapes, and they're actually
they're going way back.
They're taking them through the progression of everything that they went through. So,
like the old rotary phone.
Yeah. So and then like every year something new comes in, so they upgrade it until the kids like finally graduate, and then they're finally. I mean, I know they're probably getting outside exposure through other like things like smartphones. Obviously, they know about it, but none of it exists in the home. It's all old stuff. So this way they have that like. Having to wait and take turns on video games and not this immediate like gratification. Like you have to actually be patient. So.
Yeah. No, that's kind of what Game Fest was trying to do. So it got they were able to experience all that, which was really great. I don't think they're going to bring it back this year. I don't know yet.
It didn't do too good?
Not that it didn't do well, but Stockton Con's just their main focus right now, and the draw, gets big every year, and to try and keep those celebrities going every year too.
I never checked. Was last year's actually bigger than the year before, or was it like a little bit of a down?
I didn't actually get the numbers. I didn't look at what they had as far as what SMG kind of tallied from the data. I would hope so. I mean, because that one of those years that I didn't go, it was like 14,000 people.
I got a crazy idea, and I've been thinking about it for a long time. Any of y'all want to cosplay?
Cosplay? Uh-oh.
Yeah, cosplay.
There you go.
No, I've been doing a lot of research because, like, right now I'm not even playing video games, and I need a hobby.
So you want to make you're going to sit and make the outfit, huh?
Like either a Warhammer 40K Marine, or a Space Marine from StarCraft, or I was going to stay away from the Halo franchise. I mean, their armor looks nice, but I want to go with something that looks more like a little bulkier. And actually, I'm leaning towards Warhammer models.
Yeah,
but
I have a buddy that does it, and he's done the Mandalorian stuff from Star Wars. So he's done like the armor, like the Boba Fett kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he's refined it like every year, but the last couple of years he hasn't gone because he doesn't fit in the suit anymore. But then his armor cracked. Like when he moved to Sacramento, like something happened to his helmet, and like there was a huge crack in it, so you'd have to redo his whole armor set. But
I mean, everything that I've been looking at, it's using all of this something foam similar to this, and you just like spray it and foam it and paint it and everything.
Right.
But it looks like it'd be fun. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Somebody
and
was
that
talking about that last night I was online, and somebody that makes really like gory horror masks is where it started, and then I just kept clicking on these different ones. But yeah, that would be fun. It'd be kind of cool to make.
I mean, most of the ones I saw took about like 160 hours, so I sort of mapped it out. It could take like about a month or two to like be able to like build. I have a few hours a night. I mean, pretty much. But the final product, I just see I've never seen an actual Marine at Stockton Con, never.
Oh.
So I was thinking, it's like, all right, well, what if I come in there like 9 foot
There
tall,
you go.
like actual like space Marine?
That would be cool. I thought about it because, Rogue One had come out, and so I was like, oh, it'd be cool to cosplay as Captain Cassian. And I saw a picture not too long ago of a kid that had the jacket. They had him in a jacket and pants and tried to do their best to make him look like what he looked like in the movie, but he couldn't do on the jacket there's like the two symbols, like they look like two dots, I guess symbolizing that he's a captain, that's his rank. Well, they couldn't get that on the jacket, so it looked like the mom took like not the bottle of Advil, but the ones that are like that come in the strip packets with the gray, and it looked like she just cut two and put the two Advil capsules there. I was like, oh, that's awesome. That's funny. I mean, but yeah, you think about that, like in games that, like when I was growing up, that was not. It was cool to think about those characters in that sense, and you had such a connection with them because you'd been playing the game for such a long time, or there was another iteration of the game, and now all of a sudden, like. I don't know when it started.
I think it's our generation. As we got older, we wanted. It's like, I've always dreamt what it would be like to wear the armor or something, or dress up like them.
Yeah, and now everyone's going to the. And I think I want to say Hobby Lobby is doing like a dedicated section just for cosplayers. They will have materials and things like in a department area just for that. But it's blown up so big because all these games are coming out, and even like if you look at the gaming scene as far as from a competitive standpoint, that's exploded because now all these the younger generation can go and actually play and make a career out of it for a while, make some money.
I mean, when I was looking online, just even to buy some of the pieces if you didn't want to make it, these suits are going for like $10,000-$20,000.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I thought, okay, well, maybe if I just cheese it, and now I understand why I don't see people like in a lot of this armor. And when they build it, it's something that it's theirs.
Yeah, I think, and that's the thing too, is there's a
sad.
sense of like all the passion and the hard work and the blood and the sweat that you've put into it. Now you get to wear it, and then it's
who would you like? You're talking Cassian.
Yeah, I would definitely. That's totally doable because like I could get the jacket. I could see myself like trying to modify the jacket and the pants, like the sniper rifle or whatever he had. I think it's an easy cosplay to do.
Oh, you'd be cosplaying him when he was on the moon, going to make the sniper kit.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Did he have?
He had like a
the
parka
old
and like
Rebel
some. Yeah, like
helmet?
he had the visor thing. I think he had like some binoculars or something with him. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'd have to see what you guys are talking about.
Oh, you haven't seen the Star Wars,
No.
the last one?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Good thing we didn't go into it and start spoiling
I
it.
don't know how.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, have you ever thought about that? Like, who you'd like to dress up like any old video game character? Or
It doesn't even have. It could be. I mean, because comic books are huge too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was always wanting to do Gumby.
Gumby.
Yeah.
That would be different.
Big 50-foot Gumby.
Yeah, and you'd just like
Like
your
it's
face. You just have like a cutout hole with your
Right.
face in there, and you just walk around.
Big old green dude.
What was his buddy's name? Pokey.
The donkey.
Yeah, that's right. The donkey.
Yeah.
That's old claymation
Some of that
stuff.
later tonight on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a lost art too, right? The claymation kind of style of animation.
Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My buddy played at a show for the 50th anniversary. This was years ago. Of Gumby. Like the artist is already dead and stuff, but I met his son.
Yeah.
another celebrity runner.
There you
But
go.
Smash Mouth was playing for him.
Mhm.
And the keyboard player, somebody was
Yeah.
him. But he kind of like was kind of autistic in a way.
Oh, okay.
But he was really cool.
Yeah.
He was totally cool. He was like talking to Smash Mouth and like, just, can I have your autograph? He was a really kind guy, you know.
Yeah.
When I met him, my buddy Mike was like, yeah, his dad is the creator of Gumby. I was like, wow, that's pretty tight. That's, my mom used to watch that. That's
Yeah.
my mom's thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Gumby.
Yeah, Gumby was 70s?
70s, right?
Yeah.
Possibly even further than that.
Well, I mean, I know it
Yeah,
probably
it's
transitioned into the 80s because I remember when I was born in the 80s, so I remember seeing that.
It was like 2000 and maybe 3 or 4, and it was the 50th anniversary.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So
It
yeah,
goes back that far.
Wow.
sort of
That's-
funny that art, just like all of the claymation Wallace and Gromit, like Gumby, I can't think of any others other than those two.
There was another one I saw that was it always used to come on the holidays about Rudolph, but it was a
the
claymation
Christmas,
one, the Christmas one with Santa
yeah,
and all that.
But that one's always been playing over and over for years. But series-wise, I haven't seen any. And
Yeah.
I mean, now they've done the remakes with those the sheep or something. I'm not sure if they're by Wallace and Gromit or just other movies that are coming out.
Mhm.
Maybe because they have that same sort of look. Actually, the sheep is like the spokespeople or the mascots for like Serta or something you see in like a sleep bed.
Oh yeah,
like
okay,
that.
yeah, it's a
They
commercial,
use
yeah.
the same
Yeah,
kind of
the same
iconic,
kind of
like,
thing, yeah.
look and everything.
Yeah,
So-
the big eyes and the
Mm-hmm.
weird the nose and stuff. Yeah.
Button nose.
Well, and that's the problem. Maybe that's why you can only do so much with claymation. Like it has to be those kind of shapes. Like
Mhm.
maybe it's easier to when they're making that.
Well, I know a lot of it's digitized now, but I think the only other one that now is sort of like appearing is like Lego movies because apparently that is real Legos and it's actual real stop
Really?
motion.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Legos are. Even when I was growing up, Legos that was the thing.
Mhm.
You know, it was that and Micro Machines, like the
Micro Machines.
little tiny car things, and of course it was like GI Joes,
yeah,
and of
yeah.
course like all the Hasbro stuff, and then there was Thundercats and Voltron,
Oh, God,
and
you're just bringing
Voltron.
back like
Voltron
memories.
stuff.
yeah, Care Bears,
Autobots.
yeah. I mean
Yeah.
all of that
the
stuff.
original ones.
Original
Yeah.
Autobot, yeah.
Yeah, well, what sucked is because we could never afford any of that stuff, so it was just
Yeah.
like every once in a while my mom would be like, "All right, so you can get something,"
Mhm.
and then so usually it was just Legos because you could intermatch like all that stuff. You didn't have to build the castle if you didn't want to. I'm going to break it down and make
You know,
something else.
I
Or
still have my original Legos. They're all like mixed matched because I could never buy the big kits, so it's all like the older little parts. And whenever I could, I'd add like a new kit. And even now, like I think a year ago, I bought a little tiny thing standing in the Target line. It was the Batmobile.
yeah.
So it comes with like little angled parts. I'm like, oh yes, I finally got an angle that I can
Oh,
design something.
boy, they really come far with Legos, like just how it was and now. Like you see like stuff like
Yeah.
that, Batman and Star Wars stuff, and like they've
Well, a lot
totally
of them-
changed some of the design.
Yeah.
A lot of it nowadays, when I look at because I still go into the toy sections, I still feel like a kid.
Yeah.
But looking at the Legos, I see a lot of big parts. They're taken away from the meticulous, like putting together all these little pieces. It still has a lot of little pieces, but it's not is like it used to be. It's like
Right.
now you can build an airplane
Chunks, yeah.
in probably like 20 minutes compared to like a couple of hours.
Right.
Yeah, I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's because maybe they think kids can't build that stuff,
Yeah,
or maybe
there's
safety.
dumbing down going on.
Well, maybe that or cost of the material instead of building each individual piece, just build
Oh.
like one big mold. But it's,
Yeah,
like I've seen a lot of the Star Wars toys. Apparently, like the cockpit for the Millennium Falcon will
Mhm.
already be built, and it's not little painstaking pieces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when my niece went to Disneyland, she took a picture, or she got like a picture of, because I was big into Indiana Jones, and so there over there at the attraction, there's a figure of Indiana Jones built in Legos,
Mhm.
just standing there, and you can just take pictures with it, or you can just take a picture of it.
Yeah.
Just a generic Lego looking, character with him in the hat and the whip and everything, traditional stuff. So I was like, oh, that's really cool. It's built out of Legos. That's awesome.
There was something along those lines. Apparently, somebody in a movie had made a large Lego boulder and allowed it to like run over like cars. And I know the MythBusters, yeah, the MythBusters wanted to see if that was true, so they actually built a it looked like a 5 or 6 foot tall big boulder of all Legos. Took it out to like a little sloped area.
Downhill.
Yeah, and just started rolling it, and it looked like it was going to crush a car because it weighed so much.
Mm-hmm.
But it made it like 15 feet, and then it just disintegrated into little tiny pieces.
Oh God.
I'd like to see that one.
Yeah.
I love Mythbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't. It was probably like an older show because I know like Mythbusters actually isn't around anymore, is it?
It's not.
I don't think so.
I know where their headquarters is.
Because I know the two brothers.
Really?
Yeah,
they
it's
don't-
in Alameda by the skate park.
Oh, okay.
Skate
Oh,
park.
that's right. They're in San Francisco. I forgot
Yeah,
about
right
that.
in Alameda
Mm-hmm.
on the island.
You just watch an explosion as you're on the freeway, like, oh, that's
Yeah.
Mythbusters.
Oh, see. Oh man. Yeah, that's all that stuff growing up. Like watching the old content was, like I couldn't get to we only had the one TV set, so I could only get there at certain times to watch, whatever I wanted to watch, and then that was it. Usually, my sisters would come in. Nope, get out of here. It's their turn to watch MTV. When MTV was actually playing music videos back then. Now I don't know what MTV is anymore. I think it's reality
I think it's
stuff.
just reality
Ridiculous.
shows or something like
The
Jersey.
real world
Yeah.
fucking fucked it up.
Yeah. Once they started doing that, and then they just slowly started taking away all the music video stuff.
Yeah, that
So
makes sense.
I guess, and nowadays, does it even matter? Because now, like, if you're an artist, when you're creating a music video, you just probably stream it, right?
Well,
You
Yeah,
just
you go on YouTube
do
now.
YouTube.
It's
Yeah,
all YouTube.
but I still think there's like dedicated channels on cable. I mean, you got 1,000 of them, so I know if you go far enough into the 600-700s, you'll
like Fusion.
you'll
Yeah.
probably cross ones that just do it.
Yeah.
But I don't see the real purpose behind it. Like,
Well, not
maybe it's
anymore.
your fans
I mean,
that
like
watch it.
like Brian said, YouTube's there.
Yeah,
I mean, they
Mhm.
they can just do that, or they can make their own video and just put it on their website.
Yeah.
You know,
A lot
so
of people are doing that. If you look at our artist page now, it's like selfie, kind of like, them holding a camera, like a reality show.
yeah.
I've been noticing that too, like the newer cameras coming out.
Mhm.
It's almost like, The Office, that show The Office. or
Yeah.
whatever,
Mhm.
where it looks like there's a guy filming them or whatever.
Like he's right there in the
Right, yeah.
cubicle next
Like
to
a
him or
lot of
something.
movies and stuff, the camera, like the quality is like that.
Oh, okay.
It's like less cinematic.
Yeah.
I guess I want to say. I don't know if you noticed that,
It
but
looks more realistic or something.
yeah, like it's like just a regular old camcorder.
Yeah, actually, there was something I was watching on YouTube. I guess people are uploading high enough quality videos, and I was watching like a couple of excerpts from like Age of Ultron,
But-
and it showed Tony Stark. Almost, it looked like I was watching one of those like '90s dramas, like the American ones, not the Spanish ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, how they just walk and it's so fluid, and it just
Right.
looks like sort of cheesy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like not cinematic quality.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's like be Hollywood.
Yeah.
I want it to be like that kind of look, but I guess even now with the HD TVs and the 4K resolution, they're wanting it more.
Right.
So I'm hoping that there's a way to keep a filter on it so you can see it the way that we grew up watching it,
Right.
because that's going to suck. Now it takes away a lot from the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, that's the experience that you want. Going to watch stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't think there has been a movie in the theater that's been so high quality that it takes it away. So I'm wondering, why are they doing it on DVDs?
Yeah.
Is that transition going to make its way to film one day, to the cinematic
Yeah.
environment?
Pretty possibly. They're doing
Yeah.
so much with it. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, like now you don't even see when you're picking up like somebody was telling me Rogue One's coming out in April. You're not seeing as much for DVDs anymore. Like it's just straight Blu-ray.
Right.
On the DVD, there's apparently an error. The TIE fighters that are firing red shots when they should be firing green shots.
Yeah.
So, but
Whoops.
they're saying it's like, oh no, it's a TIE fighter from behind, but it's like, no, it's literally, or like an X-wing behind it, but no, it's literally the TIE fighter is firing red. All the laser shots on the cover are all red; they're not green.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, okay.
Was it a certain side had red laser and the dark side?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
The
the rebels, their pistols and lasers and all their stuff was always red,
Red, yeah.
and then the Empire always used green.
Green.
But when they were as a Jedi, dark Darth Vader always had a red lightsaber.
Yeah.
And Luke had the blue one, but then the blue one, I forgot what happened to the blue one, and then he
His
made
hand got cut off or something
yeah,
like
that's
that.
right. He lost it in Empire, and then he had to make a new one in Return of the Jedi, and that was green.
But see, that one that was lost, that was his dad's lightsaber, the one
Yeah,
that he left
Anakin.
on, that on the volcano. And apparently, when it came to whatever the last new, not Rogue Squadron, the one before that, the lightsaber was found, and that's the one that's being
The Force Awakens.
Yeah, the Force Awakens, and that's the one that apparently the girl with the big eyes or something, the goggles.
Yeah.
She was the one that found that saber that was lost in Cloud City when Luke had fallen off the edge when he got his hand cut off.
Yeah.
So.
Have you heard of that Mandela effect? Where
No,
like,
sir.
okay, like Star Wars, when Darth Vader says, Luke, I am your father.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you go back in time, or if you look now, he says, no, I am your father. He doesn't say, Luke, I am your father. But The Simpsons, they document it whenever they do a parody. It's like,
Yeah.
Luke, I am your father. And yeah, I guess it's like something about how the galaxies and the universe is kind of slipping, kind of.
Wait a minute, is this is it an intentional change that Lucas did, or is it
Could be, but then there's like another example is like the Monopoly dude. Like I remember him having like a monocle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't have one anymore. Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
He used to.
That's true.
You can bust out your old board game and it's not on there. You won't find it.
That's almost like a Freudian slip. Of
So
the
like it's
right?
just like it's like companies are making like subtle changes, thinking we won't notice it for some reason.
Yeah, and then like Crocodile Dundee when it's like that's not a knife.
This is a knife.
It's a knife. And,
What does he say now?
That's a knife.
That's a knife.
Yeah. I just don't remember like.
Yeah.
No, I remember that from the film, like because
That's not a knife.
the guy had the knife. And that's not a knife.
It's called the Mandela effect because some lady was like thinking he died. Mandela died in prison, right? And like millions of people were like, yeah, he died in prison, but then he didn't. He got out. He was perfect.
Yeah, he didn't.
Wait, so who is Mandela? I don't.
The black dude.
The civil rights
for
for Africa, South Africa. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
Okay, the name rings a bell, but
Yeah.
that's what he. What was he known
Oh, there
for?
you go. Ben's already being affected by it.
Yeah.
You don't remember Nelson Mandela?
No, I skipped history class.
Yeah, it was a trip. And then Jif peanut butter, Jiffy peanut butter.
Yeah.
There's no Jiffy peanut butter.
Jiffy?
There never was a Jiffy peanut butter. There's Jiffy popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, there's Jif.
There's a Jif peanut butter.
But
I thought there was a Jiffy
Jiffy.
peanut butter too.
Yeah.
It's online. If you type in
Yeah.
Mandela effect, it'll give you a hell of examples. Like it'll make you think. You'll be like, wait, yeah.
No, it's the contrails. That's what it is.
Right.
It's
It's something. I think it's subtle shit like Jiffy popcorn and then Jif peanut butter. You know, maybe at one time I thought.
So
it was
like a
Jiffy
giant conspiracy theory on.
yeah. Well, you've automatically been affected since you don't know who Mandela is.
And even that Earl Jones, or
Yeah.
the guy that
James
plays on
James
Star Wars,
Earl Jones did
he
the voice.
said, on a show that he said, "Luke, I am your father." But if you go and look through any DVD or video, he
You
says,
can't find
"No, I am your father."
No.
No, because it's like, yeah, you killed him, like that, and it's like, Luke, it's Luke, I am your father.
Yeah.
It's like,
It feels natural.
yeah, it's not, no.
But what you're about to say makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
like-
My father's dead. No, I am your father.
Mhm.
That makes perfect sense.